In this video, I'm going to walk you through how to see your breakdown for your bills within ShipHero. So when you receive an invoice from us via QuickBooks, it's just going to have a summary of charges broken down by groupings. So whether that's pick and pack fees, whether that's storage, inbounding, that type of thing. But if you want a breakdown of what makes up each of those charges, you can easily pull that within ShipHero, and that's what I'm going to show you how to do. We don't include that on the invoice because it adds so many different line items, as you will see. So we provide kind of an easy invoice to reference. But know that there's always transparency there if you would like to look into each of the charges. And here's how you do that. So when you log into ShipHero, you're going to click up here, and you may have something that says 3PL. So if you have that and you can click on that, go ahead. If not, you can click go to new and updated features. It will give you an error, but ignore that. Click on billing on the left. And this is going to show all of your bills. I'm just doing this based on a test account. So what you'll do is you'll click into the bill. It will show you the date range of that billing period. So we usually do that by month. And then from there, you can download that bill. So if you click export to CSV, it's going to download a copy of that bill. You say yes, and it'll export. So I have already pulled another sample bill for us to review in this video. So once you download the CSV, you can open it in Excel. I'm going to use Google Sheets because that's just usually what we use. It's just easy for everyone to use. So then you can import it into Google Sheets. Now you can see it's got a ton of different line items. This is the breakdown for many, many different items, whether it's pick and pack or returns, storage, all that good stuff. And so the next question is, how do you organize this so that it matches up with your invoice? And so what you're going to do is the first thing is to add a filter. So I always use Command A, select all in Google Sheets, then create a filter. This allows us to easily sort each of the columns by this filter at the top. Column C is what you're going to use the most though. So if you look at, this is the fee, we've got FedEx, inbounding, RMA, all these types of different things, right? So you're going to sort this by those different groupings. Now, a few things to note. FedEx shipping is going to appear on this export, but this will not appear on your invoice for QuickBooks with all of your other items. And the reason being is that we bill FedEx outside of ShipHero, but we still have to have it connected to billing so that ShipHero doesn't throw an error on it. So just ignore FedEx charges on this invoice or on this export. But let's look at a few of these. So if we look at inbounding, you can see here, then it'll break down all of our inbounding charges. So we've got 4 of these. It will give you the description of those charges, and then it'll give you a rate. Again, this is just all dummy data, so it's all shows as 1. But this unit rate would be, if it's hourly, it's going to show your hourly. Quantity would be, in this case, how many hours, and then this would be your charge. So let's say if it's $1 an hour and the quantity would show for 5 hours, then at that point this would say 5. So you can kind of see what columns those are. And what you would do is you would then group it by fee. So we have it by inbounding, and then you could just sum up this whole column. In this case, it's 4. And so on our invoice, it should show that the total charges for inbounding for this month were 4, or rather, yeah, the amount would be 4. You can go through here and go through all your different groupings. Sometimes storage, we have pick bin storage, but we also have pallet storage. And then on your invoice, we just group storage all together. So when you're sorting that, just make sure you do find all the different storage charges. But again, you can click here and see, it'll show you the breakdown of how many days it was occupied, what location it was at. So you get really, really granular data here, which is nice to validate. And then the last main grouping is going to be pick and pack. The way that pick and pack is structured for most of the time, this varies by client and also by product profiles that you have set up. So if you have further questions about this, obviously ask us, we can run through it with you. But in most cases, it's billed as the first pick, meaning the order, and then any additional piece is billed as another line item. And you'll see here for every single one, it'll give you the order number, so you can have, let's see here. So you can see the order number that it's for all of these. Again, it's all dummy data here, which is why we have 1, but you'll see on yours that it'll show the actual charge for all this. So you can see the exact breakdown of every single order and the charge that's associated with it. Now, our billing is all automated. If you have a setup with us where there's a variety of different products, some are really, really large and maybe those get billed at different rates, that type of thing. The way that we have to set that up is using these product profiles, as you can see here. If you add new SKUs and we aren't aware of those new SKUs, which is very common. It's very easy to add them to Shopify and just have it come in. And if we're not aware of those, sometimes those will get dropped into the wrong product profile. And so it's important to just let us know, or if you're auditing this, make sure that, hey, maybe this product should have been billed at this other rate because it was a new product and it should be part of this other product profile. If you capture those things and see them, let us know and we can run through the profile with you, make sure it's all up to date with all the correct products and that it gets billed properly. And if it is billed incorrectly and you get a credit, we'll absolutely credit you for that period. So yeah, let us know as quickly as possible though, rather than going back months and months. It's really helpful just to be able to tackle those right away so that future months automatically get billed properly. You also have returns, you've got RMAs, you've got box charges, special projects, all of those are in here. And like I mentioned before, the best way is really just to filter a column in this column C by the grouping that matches your invoice. And then you can sum up this whole column here in column I and make sure that number matches. If for some reason it doesn't, then please let us know. One of the most common things is that with ad hoc charges, ShipHero will sometimes include ones for later months. And what I mean by that is the date here, even though this is all for January, it looks like sometimes the date would show February, meaning that the bill still exported that charge for this period. So if this said 2/02/2024, it might not be included on your January invoice, but know that that charge will then get just included on your February invoice. Again, if something pops up that doesn't look right, please let us know and we can easily jump in and just give it a check and make sure everything's good. We want it all to be accurate and so everyone's on the same page. So hopefully this helps go through the CSV export and really get that granular billing detail that you're looking for. And if you have any questions, let us know. Thanks.